job market and getting ahead demands lots of preparation. A keen eye for opportunities, and most of all, the necessary courage to take them. A lot has changed throughout the years. Some professions that used to exist are no longer a thing. And you can't deny technology has played a huge part in these changes, especially the use of big data to define market trends and consumer behavior. In this series, we'll go over the concept of big data, as well as in its impacts on innovation, technology, and the way that people do business and make money nowadays. We'll also talk about how big data relates to artificial intelligence and the consequences that may emerge from this kind of technology. To do so, we're going to count on some meaningful insights from our guests. 2 of them will take part in this series since the first episode. Let me introduce them to you. This is Keshav Malani, co-founder of Power of You, an analytics platform that allows people to understand their online footprints and make money from their data. Meet Richard Weyrauch, founder of Ibuki, a company designed to be the leading source of linguistic data and software products that index, process, organize, and search unstructured data. So let's get started, shall we? When I say big data, what comes to your mind?
From my perspective, big data is extremely large amounts of data that can be used to uncover patterns about behavior, about business trends, trends in general, about the population. That's where big data has been, and that's where it is right now. Right now, we are actually generating a ton more data through things that we never did before. So before it was a lot of business transactions, when you're filing your taxes, et cetera, that was creating a lot of data set. Now, as people, we're creating data on an ongoing basis. So through our phones, through our social media, every single second that you're doing something, that you're moving, you're getting in your car, it's generating data.
Allow me to exemplify what Malani is saying. When you fill out your income tax return, for instance, you need to provide some information about you. Your full name, your address, your occupation, age, social security number, and the amount of money you make. All of that is data on you that you're giving away just by doing something as trivial as paying your taxes. And that's just one example. The widespread use of the internet and social media has also taken a considerable part in this process. So when we say big data, are we really talking about something completely new?
So in some ways, big data is a kind of an illusion because there was always big data, namely everything you had. Just now you can have more.
You see, big data has actually always been around. We just haven't taken a moment to acknowledge its existence. There wasn't enough technology to deal with the amount of data that we generate on a daily basis. But there is now, and that means companies can use this data to better understand our behavior as consumers. So what they do is, first, collect the data. Then they store it and clean it up. By that I mean they remove all the information that has nothing to do with their line of business or their objectives. The next step is to verify the data that is left and analyze it to see if it's valuable to their business. And let me tell you, it almost certainly is. In short, big data is all of the information that we give away since we're born. We could also say that big data itself is not something new, but the way it has been used is. Companies have been exploring the potential of big data to help them better understand their line of business and attract consumers.